Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Minotaur Hotel. I'm your host, Will, and this is Pikamain.
Yay!
Last episode, Asterion. Sorry, that last episode. I liked it because of Asterion. Sorry. I don't know how to say what happened last episode, so I'm going to ignore it. This episode, I finally get to be my favorite character. Sorry. I definitely have not been waiting for this ever since we started reading this visual novel, Teehee Teehee. But without further ado, yes.
Yeah.
Chapter 3, The Foreman. Imagine if we did this
chapter.
chapter.
My earwax.
What?
It's the same color as my earwax.
Thanks! Awesome for that! I needed to know that information so badly. Imagine if we did these episodes chapter by chapter.
No.
You would die, I wouldn't. Anyway. The dust diamonds float across the room, suspended in time. Merciless daylight pierces the windows. Your mouth is dry, your eyes red. The room is humid and growing hotter under the desert sun. Just outside, you hear the clopping of hooves. Very faint, but noticeable, as if a certain Minotaur was trying to and failing to be quiet. Your phone, now about to run out of battery, says it's 6 a.m. You get up and go out to face the day.
Good morning, Master. I hope you slept well.
I see that your ear is about to exist.
Erush!
Asterion, what are those clothes you're wearing?
It's what I used to wear. They may be a tad big now, but they won't last. I'll be back to my old shape before you know it.
Give it like 10 chapters or something. Actually, no, it's more like 8.
I thought it would be appropriate enough to spend.
You just said appropriate enough. That is literally the opposite meaning, so I must call you out on it.
It wasn't appropriate enough to have spent the whole day naked in your presence. So this morning, I set out to clothe myself. Do you like them?
They are much better than whatever modern clothes you are getting. Absolutely, you look great. That's some real style right there.
You are very kind.
Shortly after, Asterion summons a simple breakfast for you. Bread, cheese, and fruit. It is all he can offer now, seeing as the kitchen still doesn't have working equipment. You take a seat, while Asterion stands with his back to the wall looking at you. So, what do we have to do today? Any chores?
That's not something Master ought to worry about. The trinket I mentioned last night. The one which can light a pure flame.
I have half a mind to any time that Asterion calls me master and says, you know, this is not something for the master. I'd be like, yeah, I'm the master, so I'm the one that's supposed to take care of everything. So I'm the one that's supposed to do the thing that you're actively telling me not to do.
If Master so wishes, I can search for it. And then we shall be able to restore the hotel.
But I can help. It's no trouble. It's not like I have anything else to do while you are busy.
I'll obey the Master's will.
Just take the help! Silence hangs around you. The air is heavy as Asterion directs his gaze at you and the food on the table. This meal is a fruit. Fucking Jesus Christ. This meal of fruit, cheese, and bread is simple. One could say it is bland and boring, but a Minotaur looks at it with a fervor befitting about 10 years. Saliva drips from his half-exposed jaw. Does not notice as the first drop falls to the floor, but once it starts seeping onto his chin's fur, he slaps on his own cheek to cover the wound. His eyes go wide as he realizes what just happened. Asterion looks to you, frightful of your reaction. It is a sorry sight. His gaze conveys a sense of dread. It would seem he fully expects you to be angry at his appalling behavior. You seem hungry, Asterion. Aren't you going to eat? I don't mind sharing a meal with you.
It is improper for the servant to eat with the Lord. Master need not worry about me. I'll be it after you're done.
Is that how the previous masters treated you?
Yes. It's been hard ever since. For many centuries. Shall we say? Master John Murray in particular was quite strict with it. He appreciated order and hierarchy. In truth, he would have been appalled had he seen my behavior yesterday. Walking around naked, depending on the master or assistant.
I just realized that your voice is not as gruff anymore. What the fuck? No, that's good! He looks better, so his voice should not be as gruff anymore. It's still gruff, but just it's slightly less, which is good because he is recovering.
Yay!
Jesus fuck.
Yay.
Okay, let's not go metal now.
He was kind, but strict. He would punish my insubordinations quite harshly. After all, how else was I supposed to know what I did was wrong? But even then, he was among the kinder masters.
How else would you know? How else were you supposed to know what you did was wrong? Communication! Is that really necessary? Couldn't he just talk with you?
He believed otherwise.
He believed wrong.
Nonetheless, he had no qualms with treating me well when I exceeded his expectations.
The Minotaur shifts on his hooves and looks down. His eye grows duller.
He would pat me at times, scratch my chin and behind my ears. He could be affectionate.
Affectionate as a reward is not affection.
Yeah.
I enjoyed my time with him. I did. He was a fine master for the hotel. It flourished under his rule. That is what matters. I am happy as long as the hotel's doing well, fulfilling its purpose of providing respite to those in need. It is as I said, being locked away did not hurt nearly as much as seeing the place abandoned. Whether the master treats me well or not, ultimately it matters not. I was sentenced to eternal suffering. Merely exist as I do now. That I could have ever hoped for. like John Marie. He was a good man. It is not my place to comment upon the Master's actions. Master John Marie would have been furious if he heard this conversation. I suppose I have been awfully chatty today, have I not? I am sorry for troubling the Master.
Did you hear me complaining or cut you off? You're not bothering me. I want to know more about you, and, well, you are a fine company too. I wish you'd sit and share the meal with me, but since that's not something you are willing to do, I enjoy hearing you talk.
It is not my place to comment upon your actions, Lord. But with your permission.
Just fucking say it, Jesus fuck. You nod to the Minotaur. Asterion says nothing more. After you are done with your meal, the Minotaur retreats to the kitchen to watch the dishes. Only afterwards does he eat. He sits on the floor, cross-legged, and eats what remains of the food he summoned you. Even though the kitchen is nothing like the cold stone cell in which you met, the air of despondency which surrounds Asterion is so infectious that it almost appears the same. You watch him take his meal of bread and cheese. Slowly, painstakingly, as though the very sensation of eating was somehow foreign to him after innumerable decades left to starve. Since he only has half a face, you can see the cross-section of every motion as he bites, chews and swallows his meager meal, trying his best to find an angle which affords him the dignity of not exposing himself any further. Caught as he is between the shame of meeting your eyes, the impropriety of turning to avoid you, and the embarrassment at letting you see inside his mouth as he eats, he struggles briefly before resigning himself to the lattermost option. Unsure how to further rouse him from his melancholy, you simply just allow yourself to share the silence, awkward though it may be. For several minutes, the only sound that can be heard is your own breathing, as well as the occasional splat when the Minotaur misjudges how much room he has to work with, and some half-chewed food falls out through the skeletal side of his maw. However, shortly after Asterion chokes down the last morsel of cheese, a sudden sound snaps you both from the shared isolation. You can hear a flute playing from outside the apartment, piping away a blithery, chipper tune. Asтерion's ear flicks. He looks up to you, notices he heard it too, and freezes. Paleness creeps up on his face. Drops of sweat fall from his brow, and bits of saliva leak from his half-destroyed mouth. What's that? The Minotaur starts shaking.
Please, don't send me out to the valley. I beg you.
Jesus fuck. Okay, calm down.
I'm sorry for not mentioning it earlier. I was going to. I was too afraid.
Pikamain, I swear to God, please calm down.
Dude, he's trembling.
No, you're doing good, which is the problem!
Fuck. I should not be laughing because I start coughing.
Seems you're still
It's
worse than me,
harsh.
Lamau.
I'm sure it's down the valley, and we'll try to bring me out. Please, don't send me out.
It takes a while to calm the Minotaur, but eventually he takes you to the source of the hauntingly chirpy song, all the way down to all the way down the spiral staircase, to the very depths of the hotel.
Someone just blessing karamelldansen.
No.
Dansa med oss, klappa era händer.
I'm going to stab you. Asterion follows
Good luck
closely.
with that.
I'm going to save up to go to Sweden to stab you. Asterion follows closely behind you, even if, in theory, he should be the one guiding ahead. The song grows louder as you go down. It is carried upwards by a draft coming all the way from below. I am so excited! The bottom floor is bare rock. vaguely circular gallery with a single exit leading out to the valley. So far, the entire hotel, even if dilapidated, Jesus fuck, has only given you the impression it was lovingly built. It is not the case for this area at its lowest point. It was precariously carved out of the rock and left behind with an active distaste and carelessness. Sunlight pouring from outside is harsh to your eyes, accustomed as they are to the darkness of the spiral staircase. In contrast, the song has a jolly touch to it, and it continues to throw Asterion into a nearly panicked state.
It's here. The Foreman of the labyrinth. She's called Arcos. He'll hurt me if I go on, but he can't harm the master.
The valley is laid out before you, painted in broad strokes of vivid orange, balanced out with blue and golden hues in the sky. It is arid, but there is a vegetation here. It is actually soothing scenery compared to the thoroughly lifeless desert around the hotel. The wind even has a twinge of an early morning humidity. It would be no surprise finding some dew lingering in the bushes. It is quite peculiar. The valley seemed devoid of life when you looked down at it from the hotel's lookout. But up close it is quite different. Just ahead are 2 rows of marble statues, each one standing 4 to 5 meters tall, and a single statue of a woman pointing the sword in her hand at the hotel's entrance. Song comes from the statue. You look back to Asterion. You can barely make out the blue flame in the cave's darkness. Praise the Olympians! The bones have showed the truth! The new master is indeed upon us! A grey hand grasps the statue's shoulder. Then a serpentine shape emerges and coils around the woman's neck.
Oh.
There he is! Sorry. The wait has been long, oh my good lord. Oh, how I have anticipated this day when a human would again rise to fill the mission bestowed by Athena. I have spent decades lying here, in this valley as long as dung heap, ever since Master Clement left this realm, all by my lonesome. It is as the epic said, servants never do their work when the master's hand is no longer over them. For Zeus takes half the goodness out of a man when he makes a slave out of him. Without a master, the Minotaur has failed his duties. The mighty hotel is in disrepair, and the valley's entities have outright vanished. There's no work to do if a master's not around, you see. Only I remained, waiting. But that shall change soon enough. I feel the earth stirring beneath the statues. For you know it's the old kin of the gods will be among us once more. Now...
Yes.
What?
Among Us?
Fuck you! Now, my good master, do you know your most faithful follower's name? Has the Minotaur informed you of my protege? Master has not offered me a greeting, nor a word of appreciation, so I can only assume the old Bill neglects his duties again. You're about to speak up when he interrupts you and continues with his speech. Your face says it all! Very well. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Argos Panpotes, Watcher of the Heifer, Worshipper of the Olympians. My protege is unmatched. I was born from the labyrinth itself, as there is no beast capable of evading my tracking. Nor any relic, for that matter. The snake holds a metal object under his arm, a set of bronze mirrors. Oh my, master, my eyes are up here. Your gaze would have me believe my form has caught your attention. Truly, I am a fine specimen. Am I not? I love him! Jesus Christ. Sorry. I am okay. Or perhaps, are you interested in this fine trinket I scavenged? It is a relic from ancient times. It focuses the sun's light into a single beam, generating a pure flame, fitting for an offering. It is called the Mirror of Hestia. That's the goddess of the hearth. Keep her appeased, and her blessing will tend to this realm. I found it here in the valley quite a while ago, discarded but not destroyed. I reckon Master Clement threw it off the cliff before his departure. He knew of the mirror's value. Surely he intended to cause harm. I know for a fact this trinket here holds quite the importance up there in that hotel you have. You see, without this it will remain in a state of disrepair. Only these little bronze dishes can line the sacred hearth. Perhaps. Is it Master's desire to possess such a thing? Now. It would be my pleasure to be of use. Such is my function, to serve the Lord of the realm. I shall gladly considering it offered to you, if only Master realizes a very simple request of mine. You'll consider it? Yes, I mean, I will give it, yes. Under one simple condition. It is trivial, insignificant. I merely wish to have 2 minutes with the Minotaur, right here on the valley. Order him to come out and stay for 2 short minutes. I shall not lay a finger on him, that I promise you. I merely wish to become reacquainted with the prisoner. No. I'm afraid I can't do that. Now, why would that be? Has the Minotaur slandered my good name? How low of him! They say a coward's liver is pale. Perhaps one day I shall confirm it with my own eyes. Regardless, I would have Master know that I'm merely a pious follower of the old ways. There's no reason to doubt my character, assuming, that is, you hold dear the word of the 12 Olympians. My duty is simple. I assist the Master in fulfilling his God-given task of enacting the Minotaur's punishment. He was, after all, sentenced to eternal damnation. The words of old were true heroes. They had the iron fist to do what gods required. But then came the later lineage of wicked-willed degenerates with sacrilegious ideas, offering mercy to the damned. Such childish silliness. That one, Master Clement, I'd say he was a welcome return to form, but so uncreative. Merely locking the prisoner in a room scarcely compares to the might of olden times. Humans have grown awfully soft over the millennia. It's such a sorry sight. It pains me to think that the heritage of the Theseus, Heracles, and Odysseus was wasted. Heroes of old had no hesitation. Heracles' aim was true. With an arrow coated in Hydra's blood, he cleaved Gerion's skull, the monster of the Red Desert. Silver-tongued Odysseus, hero of Ithaca, blinded the Cyclops Polymus with a stake and bathed his palace in blood. And last but not least, Theseus beheaded the Minotaur with Crete's secret labyrinths. Time and time again, Athena's heroes prevailed over Poseidon's bestial's descendants, good master. Triumph of civilization of mankind over chaos. To this day, we honor Athena's and mankind's triumph here in this glorious realm. The Minotaur was sentenced to damnation, you see. Torturing him is an act of divine worship. Perhaps it is difficult for you to comprehend, fresh as you are in the labyrinth. Suffice to say, this whole thing, the hotel, it is a perversion of the Olympians' will. It was not Athena's wish to bring about mercy to the Minotaur, nor was it her intention that his prison realm be used for leisure. Humans are frightfully gifted with ingenuity. Those weak-willed masters of centuries past corrupted this fine land into a den of degeneracy. All of it is accomplished by abusing the laws of the realm. But two can play this game, mind you. Humans will make contracts to push us further from the gods. Then I have proposals from the Master which will bring us closer. In fact, I have a contract for you right here. I can only hope you'll see, soon enough, that the Minotaur you protect is a coward. One who brought about the fall of his land and the end of his lineage. He deserves no mercy, Master. Shut up with your fellas. Argos returns to play. What?
I'm gonna punch him.
No, he's so funny. I love him. Well, to be fair,
Yes,
I love
yes.
later iterations
Yeah.
of him more.
I mean, yes, he is funny. That's why I like to punch him. He makes me smile. It makes me laugh and smile while I punch him.
Jesus fuck.
Just
Argos
kidding.
returns to
I
playing.
swear I'm not a violent person.
I know
everyone.
you weren't. I know you were joking. Shut up. But Argos returns to playing his flute, and the song washes over the valley like a refreshing rain. He closes his eyes and takes his time, as if insulting your presence. The pelt he wears sways in with the wind. You hold your ground, looking up to the snake atop the statue. The snake thinks too highly of himself. You've managed teams full of similar people who believe themselves to be God's gift to the earth. You know just how to make him stumble and make him make a mistake. What do you do? Perhaps you can get the better of the smug snake. Argos Panpotus, is it? I must say, your words ring well in my ears. I remained silent as he spoke, weighing them, but indeed I understand now that the Minotaur man misinformed me. He did tell me he was sentenced to this realm, but not that his tortures were in honor of the old gods. I must admit, knowing this, I would have acted quite differently. I suppose you are right. Humans have gone soft. It is time, perhaps, we return to the proper worship of the old gods. Oh my! You are one of the enlightened ones, aren't you? Perhaps I misunderstood you as well, good master. I was harsh, then, for implying you had a soft disposition. I must ask for forgiveness for my undisciplined tongue. You are forgiven, Argus. Since you truly are the one aligned with the gods, it is important we start properly. Please, come down so I may shake your hand. Argus slithers down, twisting and turning with a playful grace. His head perks up, too, like a puppy's. What a joyous day! The new master arrives and blesses me with an opportunity to honor him. The gods have sent their glory down to the valley. I am having so much fun playing him, Jesus Christ. Sorry. I am fine. That is our hope, Argus. It is an honor to meet a faithful servant of the gods. You shake his hand. He can barely contain his excitement. Yesterday, I did officially take the Minotaur into my service. Pledged the note to me. The assumed contract you wish me to sign is similar. How about we make this into a proper ceremony? You offer me the trinket and the contract, good snake. Then you shall bow to me, and I will gladly consider signing it. Without saying a word, he bows to you and raises his hands, offering you both the paper and the mirror. You do have excellent manners. I'm grateful for your offering, Argos Panapotus. I leave to serve the Olympians and their appointed master. It is an honor. Argos... Sorry, that is my normal voice. Argos hands the parchment to you. It reads... This document binds the master of the labyrinth and the snake known as Argus Panapotus, henceforth referred to as the Foreman, together in an agreement. Article 1. The master leases to the Foreman the authority to summon food, water, shelter, and furniture for use however he sees fit, including for the benefit of the cultivation of crops and raising of animals. In return, the Foreman leases the mirror of Hestia for the Master's use however he sees fit, including for the benefit and maintenance of the structure known as the Hotel, as established in previous contracts. Article 2. The Master and the leasee shall refrain from bringing harm to the other directly and indirectly, by means including but not limited to violence, incentivizing or rewarding third parties towards aggression against the other, sabotaging structures, poisoning food and water, among others. Article 3. The Master is forbidden from directly and indirectly interfering with the full enjoyment of the Foreman's right granted under this contract. The Foreman is similarly forbidden for bringing harm to the hotel. Article 4. The Master is allowed to conduct inspections on the Foreman's accommodations, save for the Foreman's personal quarters, whose access is forbidden. The Foreman is forbidden from conspiring against the Master and shall not use the rights granted by this contract to bring him harm. The Master and the Foreman are symmetrically bound by this article, including but not limited to using Hestia's mirror to bring harm to the Foreman. Article 5. This contract is self-enforcing. If any of its articles are broken, then the possession of Hestia's mirror reverts to the Foreman, and any flame lit by the mirror is put out. At the same time, the Foreman loses the rights transferred by the contract, and any and all structures summoned by him will cease to exist after a 10-minute interval to allow for evacuation. Article 6. The self-enforcing contract is made effective at the moment of its signing, and remains valid during the Master's reign and until the following Master acquires the hotel's deed. By the will of the Master, of whom the Olympians' reign over the realm was granted, this contract is established. Now, what's this? It says here that by signing this contract, I allow you to enter the hotel's boundaries. That just like I can inspect your accommodations, you'd be able to inspect the hotel. No, that's not what you described to me just a minute ago, Argos. I know for a fact you are not allowed to come in. Argos' posture shifts from the graceful bow to a stiffy, shaky one. Were you perhaps trying to trick me? Now that is awfully underhanded of you. I take you for an honorable follower of the gods. I am very sorry, but I cannot sign this contract. Alas, it is a pity. Well, you offered me the trinket in exchange for my consideration, so it belongs to me now. I wish you a good day, Argus. Perhaps next time you won't attempt to trick your lord. Without a second thought, focusing only on containing the large smirk plastered on your face, you turn and go back inside. Wait, Master, this is a mistake. I offered you the wrong parchment. Here, this is the right one. Please reconsider. Don't go. I really am your follower. I am honored. Please. I'm so honored. You have left a sour taste in my mouth, Argos. Make yourself useful to me and come back later with a proper agreement. Perhaps I will reconsider. No promises, however. Boom!
Is that the end of the chapter?
Yes.
Oh.
I kind of want to end there, but at the same time I want to continue because... Actually, no, maybe the next scene is better. Yeah, the next scene is better. To be left out alone. Okay. So... What?
To be left out?
Yes. To the next episode.
Ah. Okay.
No, I'm not. There's no horny yet. And I don't think there will be for a long time. Anyway. And that was the end of the episode. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe to any of those things in any of that order. I don't really mind. And if the content on my channel was not enough, you can go over to Pikamain's channel,
where I also do some visual novel readings with Will and voice attempts. Yeah.
Right. And even if you're with that out of the way, even if you're only here for this episode, I hope that you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Bye.